Hi, this is Ferris J. I wanted to share some thoughts about changing beliefs today, some tips that I found from my own life, and as an example, I'm going to take a situation that happened to me last week where I had some unexpected expenses over the last couple of weeks and I didn't have the amount in my bank account that I really wanted. And I was working on these money blocks and I came up against a very familiar pattern and issue when we're trying to change these blocks. So even though I was looking at my bank account and there wasn't in it what I wanted there to be, I knew that I had to shift my vibration from there isn't enough to there is plenty, I always have enough. And I have to confess that I got triggered. I got very frustrated. I wanted to sort of shout at the universe, but this is what is. Look at my bank balance. This is true. And I remember Abraham-Hicks saying this, but it's true. There's a way we can argue for our limitations, sort of wear them as a badge. You're like, no, this is true. This happened to me. And I had to use my EFT tapping to release that because I knew at the same time as it felt really true and it was happening and there was evidence from my bank balance, I knew that if I just stayed stuck in that, I wasn't going to change it. You have to change the vibration first before the manifestation changes. So I had to tap out. That's the way I dealt because I felt that frustration and I had to release and let it go. And that helped me. If I hadn't used the tapping and even I was tapping, it's like, oh, this is so frustrating because it's true. I see it on my bank balance. It's true. So that's the kind of tapping I did, just on the emotions I was feeling in the moment. And if you need to know more about the tapping, I have a link below. And that helped me get in to a calmer place when I'd really just processed that energy to then be able to see, well, actually, it's not always true. Actually, I usually have plenty of money for everything that I need. And from that place, I was able to remember other things that supported the belief that there's always enough and I always have plenty. And I was able to appreciate the beautiful place that I live in, the beautiful house I live in, the beautiful surroundings that I have. I always have food on the table, all these different things. But I just want to say that there is a time in there where you can be stuck, where you're wanting to shift that old belief and you're not quite with the new belief yet. And that's where I feel that EFT tapping is my greatest gift, because otherwise I would just stay stuck in that and grumpy and angry and defending what is. And it was only because I knew that that wasn't going to help me. I knew I had to shift that I was able to using the EFT tapping. So if you're in a situation and you're finding it very hard not to sort of wear it as a badge and not say, but this is true. If you find yourself arguing over and over for those limitations, even though you don't like them, I would suggest try the EFT tapping if you can't easily find ways to see how it's not necessarily 100% true. It's not necessarily always true. To find ways to shift that belief, to shift it to the belief you want. Because it really is inner work first, and if you do this inner work, then it does change with outer manifestations, but you have to do the inner work first. I hope this has been helpful for you. I've been Ferris J. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.